Now let's take a look on the surface. I'm gonna go here to the 3D, and every element in ArchiCAD has a surface. Some of them has an image like this stone wall here. Some of them has just a color. So let's select this slab here, go to the settings, and I'm gonna override the top surface here by one of these surface. And you can see here from the list of surface that some of them has an image, some of them also have a texture, some of them doesn't have any. So I'm gonna choose some kind of pavement. I'm gonna go to this pavement brick moss, and this one has a texture and also has a fill. So I'm gonna go ahead and press OK. And if we look closely, you will notice that we have a picture. Let's go back to the floor plan, and we still have the grass paver texture here. And that's because on the settings of this slab, we chose the grass paver cover fill. But if we check this box here that says use fill from surface, we should get the fill that is attached to the surface. And that is a better practice when the 3D matches the 2D. So let's create our fill for the grass paver then. So to do that, we're gonna go here to the surface on the attributes bar. And here on these settings, we have first a list of all the surfaces that we currently have in ArchiCAD. We have buttons to create, rename, share, delete surface. We can choose the engine that we are doing the settings for. So we have OpenGL, which is normally what we're looking at in the 3D. You also have the Cine Render, which is what we use when we're doing render. So here we can do all the settings for render, which we're not going to do right now. We're going to focus only on the OpenGL. And we can change exposure to light, the surface color, if it is transparent or not, how is the emission. We're not going to change any of these now. We can also choose a hatching, which is the fill that goes on top of the surface here. And finally, we can choose a texture, which is the image that goes into the 3D. So let's create our grass paver. I'm going to create it from one of those pavers already. So I'm going to choose here the pavement brick moss and then press new. Like this, I'm duplicating and getting all the properties of one paver. So I'm going to name this grass paver. Yes, duplicate, press OK. And here we're going to change first the color. I don't want it brown. Let's double click here. I'm going to choose a kind of gray, but I'm going to keep all the other settings for reflection and emission. Under the hatching, I'm going to change this pavement 14 and I'm going to choose the grass paver. And on texture, I want to choose the image that I have. So I'm going to choose this texture here that I have. So going back here to the surface settings, I'm going to go on search. We have a lot of images built in ArchiCAD that you can choose from as well, but I want one from the file. So I'm going to go here and click load other picture from file dialog box. And then I'm going to go to the exercise folder, surface, and choose this image, press open. There we go. Now this image is part of my embedded library. I'm going to press OK. And I just want to make sure I have this box checked, keep original proportion. And also I'm going to change here to 500, which is the size of the hatch that we have done before. Then I'm going to go ahead and press OK. Now, if we go back to the 3D here, I'm going to select this slab, Ctrl T or Command T, and we should be able to choose here the grass paver surface. So there we go, press OK. And now if we take a look, we have that texture. And if I go back to the floor plan, we should also have the original grass paver hatch back. So creating or editing the surface is something that we do a lot along the project. So feel free to create as many surfaces as you need.